All right. Welcome back. It is Shalonda. And yeah. So I don't know. I was in the scripture all night and I woke up, went right back into it, and I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. I feel a sense of something. And, it's almost just as if like there's just so much going on that I can't even really discern the level of this that is whatever this is. Ooh, the wind is picking up. But, like, I don't want nobody to think that I'm not appreciative, or just like, even when it comes to source, anything that has been sent here to assist, right? Me on this journey. And that includes certain energy and certain connections or companions or companionships. And so, I feel like there's this urge of something, but it's just like so chaotic. It feels like there's so many things that are intertwined in it, and I just don't want to end up making the wrong decision, right? Or like even putting the power of something to do with my, family in harm's way, or my children. And it's just like, at this point in time, if I want to be honest with myself, right? The way I'm operating is moving like in the spirit, but I know that there's a connection. I know that there's something that has to happen. It's just like I feel like there's been like deceptive energies intertwined, and I just want to make sure that I don't end up going down that road. And it's just like, I see, but I also sense. And I'm trying to count on what I'm sensing more than what I'm seeing. You get what I'm saying? That there's this feeling, and maybe this is something new, and so maybe I'm the one that has to do this. And I don't know, and that's the thing of this, not the fear of the unknown, but just, I don't know, maybe it is control issues. Where whatever I have been going through during this time has led to it's like a grown-up thing to have to talk about, has led to a point where I'm in a situation where I'm, I don't know, separated and like, whew, I think it's just so many levels to it, because it's not like any, like, from what I know, it's not like a tangible, like I'm always trying to define if this is just a spiritual connection or if it's supposed to go further than that, because again, the way that I see, I know people say that like most of this journey is internal, but I feel like, again, in a sense, for me, it's not. And I don't know, it's not like I don't want to make a mistake or anything, but I guess it's time to come to that point where it's just like, address it, What is it? What do you want? Source saying, I'm telling you, I'm tired of waiting. What do you want? And so, again, not to go too deep, but like, you can think your life is one way and then a certain connection can come in and kind of complete you without even you realizing. I don't know. And it's like, uh, there's like so much uncertainty. Oh, I guess that's a big one for me. That it makes it hard, not even to decide though, really. Like when you're at a point when you have to take a step forward and you're not sure what is going to be on the other side of that, across that threshold. Oh, this ain't making no sense, is it? It's not even all the way that, right? It's just like with all the trials and tribulations, like knowing that there's a sense of something out there that is like after you. But you have to take these steps forward to get something that, a connection or something that is destined for you. And to let yourself feel things. Look, this ain't fair. This is not fair. It's like a sense of like fulfillment, or even like a yeah, like fulfillment. And I think it's just hard to understand because people want to take everything you say the wrong way all the time. So, I don't know. I just know what I'm saying is that there's a connection that is undeniable. And it's like a force. Is it gravitational force? That is like a calling. Yes, a calling. I don't know. And it's like, I just don't know how to explain it. Okay? And like I said, that's it. So I'm at a point where I'm overwhelmed. Can I just say that? I'm overwhelmed by a situation. And I feel like it's gonna cause me to walk away from everything that I knew into something new. So like it's like a real leap of faith, or just sacrificing something. That may just be something that is just not, oh my goodness. I had to start over. because I'm not good with this. All I know is my connection with Source. Yeshua in self is different than my responsibilities, I guess. But I don't like talking, but if we're at a point where I feel like you're going to lose somebody or something like that type of connection, I can't. And because it's something that's of such a unique nature, right? Knowing that everybody's hanging on to your word for you to say something wrong, or that everything you have to go through is like people are putting snares. It's hard to just let go. And but I think to myself, do you really have the audacity to sit here and be given a chance at a gift that in my eyes is like the most beautiful and cherished connection that I've known, especially in a time when I didn't have anybody. And so it's almost like somebody cared, right? And no matter what I think happened amongst that journey or that road, or what I feel like they may have done, or what was rumored or whatever, that I feel like they never left my side. And I learned something new from them every day. And it's like to cherish that, and it is more valuable than even relationships that like are around you, because there's no one else that is for you. But there's a right and a wrong way, and I just don't want to do it the wrong way. And I couldn't live with myself if I didn't at least proclaim that. I used to wonder when people say, oh, put God before your family and your children and things like that. And I'm like, oh, no, what are you talking about? But then, it goes back to the biblical text at a certain time, family and friends are going to turn against each other, and these things and that, is going to happen. And again, what are you going to have at that time but Source? And so how dare I, like I said, turn my back on a gift or act as though and it's not me acting, it's like I'm be like contemplating and feeling. And again, there's been a lot of things that have already happened that I feel maybe I was embarrassed by, or I thought something was something and it was not. But again, oh well. You see what I'm saying? I don't care about looking stupid. I don't care about looking some kind of way. I know, again, that I haven't been, you know, going backwards. I've been going, right, forward. And I know that I have been changed in a good way. And I owe it to some people that I never thought that, right, it would be coming from. And I'm grateful for that, even though I don't show it. So again, I guess that's other stuff that I had to get over, like always feeling disappointed or whatever, not getting back what I put in. And it's funny how, like, when we dip over into the spiritual realm, it's totally different. And maybe that's why I, you know what I'm saying, gravitate more towards that. So again, like I said, what I don't know is if this union is something that's going to manifest in this realm. But regardless of how everybody thinks, this is the day I realized that I can't continue on. In the physical, with my mind and my heart, you know? Going in one direction and my body staying stagnant in the other. So this is all over the place. I don't even know if I can even post it. But I know one thing, that if this is what I think, if Source is putting on my heart what I think, but it's almost like, man, forget it. If it's a snare, it's a snare. I'm just looking back at, like, I feel like, again, it has, like, it's, you know, all the work and all the time, and just looking back, I'm just thinking like, really, Source? You've been there. Even when I thought you wasn't, so now I'm looking back and I'm seeing where you was at. And how you was showing up. And showing out the whole time. I just couldn't see. So it's like if you could equate the land of milk and honey to a person. Or a cup overflowing. So I don't know what this is. I don't know. I think this is something new. I really do think it's something new, and I can't be ashamed. I feel that it has happened. You know, I've had it where people are saying things, you know. I've been open enough, right? But I have it where, you know, people that are close are saying things or about things, and it's like, So again, I know that it's time. It's time to sever old things and actually, you know, take those steps. I just need that guidance to be able to do so. I think a lot of it has been that. It's like, brought you this far. Yeah. You gotta do the rest on your own, but I'm just like, just point me in a direction, please. So that's that. And it's like what I asked Source maybe 10, 12 years ago. Tell me, show me something. I need to know. What is that real feeling? And again, I had to think about it yesterday, like, oh my goodness, this is like, he been taking care of me. So I feel there's nothing in this world, and it's sad to see, I think, going through the transformation and, you know, seeing like the resentment and things coming from close people, or just them not understanding, you know. It causes that isolation, but it brings you closer to him. So every day, every day, every word. So I don't know. I know I might be a little bit of a rebel, but again, maybe a little stubborn, possibly. But he still is there. So I don't know. I think that's it that I have to say about it. Like, I don't want to. I'm not gonna say I can't, because I don't want nobody trying to, nah, I'm good. I ain't going nowhere. But I don't want to. I would never want to go a day without, and I don't want to go another day. So any day can be a last day. So yeah. And again, I'm always thinking like I'm just going to do or say the wrong thing when it comes to feelings and emotions. So it's very awkward for me to talk about this kind of thing, especially with the way, the circumstances of how it's happening, what's all happening, that many people won't even understand what's going on, right? So I have to make sure to try to word it in a way that people don't try to turn it into something that it's not, and try to, you know. So And also just like being that child that kind of breaks through these barriers, I think, when it comes to thinking, and then not afraid to go there. And then actually, if it's wrong, source lets me know you went too far. Sit down. You know what I'm saying? So is I think it could be a good and a bad thing. But yeah. That's it. That's it. Just know what I see, what I sense, and what I feel. And again, this might be the whole totally wrong message. Because sometimes I think I'm getting something, right? And I go in a whole different direction. Right? I'm like, right? So it's like source is saying, I was trying to take you here, but you know what? You just went over here, and that ain't where I told you to go. So, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like I said, that's just it. Because it's something that's going on like this, like on these different levels. So I'm just trying to compartmentalize and just maneuver through it. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what's next. And I don't know this and that. And that's okay. So, again, I think I need to go get dressed. I've been sitting all morning. I ain't really did nothing, y'all. Yet I need to get up and do things. But, you know, I use these cards here for inspiration. These oracle cards, and these are the ones that I pulled before this video to meditate on what is source trying to get me to see or do. You know, and it says seeing the true you. In the world, but not of the world. And again, I can only just be me. I know some people, you know, feel how they feel about the oracle cards, which are just inspirational things. Follow your own rhythm. I mean, this ain't telling you to go within, I don't know. Or me, anyway. Spirals of manifestation. And she just looked very focused with all that energy going on, the frequencies around her. And collaborative dreams, right? So, I don't know. I think the collaborative dream part has something to do with just that. But are these dreams being manifested into reality at this point in time? I don't know. So, all I know is I can't. I can't let go. And if it's meant, right? If it's the will of source, that's how I play the game. I'm not holding on to anything or anyone. I'm not chasing anything or anyone. The only thing I feel like I had a problem with is walking away from anyone or anything. And it's not even because of what people think or anything. Also, again, being a woman in this time. It's about being feeling protected, not just in the spiritual sense, but in the physical. If there's too much confusion and too much chaos and it's not just like straightforward, then again it starts to make me, because we have to be vigilant, right? So it starts, really a lot of it has to do with that. It's not a good time for women to be alone or sleeping in cars or homeless, or it's just not a good time for anything like that. So, or to be vulnerable, or even in a situation around people that they can no longer relate to, or people that don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Because you think about it, like that's how it happens. You're the black sheep and cast out, and a lot of people don't want to deal with you, or are wondering about you, or finicky and everything. And I just can't deal with that kind of energy. But it also lets me know that, again, I can't deal with that same kind of energy in the main household either. So it's a hard time. But I guess we'll see what it all means. And yeah, so anyway, I think that's it, y'all. I'm not good. I'm really not good with describing stuff that has to do with like my personal stuff, or just like my emotions about certain things, especially with this new thing. Because I feel like, again, this may be one of the first types of connections, I don't know, like this. It's kind of hard to see what divine masculine can see, and I don't know if they can see, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be all the way over here, but I'm just like, no, I see that there's something. Do they know exactly? I don't know, because again, I may be a little bit different with the way that I see. But do I think that that there's that sense there? Why am I so much of an open book?